loudly. What happened?
Okay, I burned my foot.
You can go sockless.
I thought so too. I said there's no negotiation here. What about not looking at it? Didn't work. None of those options sufficed.
Not just averting your eyes.
As negotiations go, Joshy, I feel like you offered her a pretty good option there.
I enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. Most nights before I go to bed, I will lay 6 strips of bacon out on my George Foreman grill.
I think your foot should be able to roam freely in your home.
Yeah, these puppies are breathing.
I'm glad that we convinced you.
The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight, he ain't doing nothing.
We got to be careful about how these schedules are shaking out.
What schedules?
Well, you know, Gabe's not here today. I wasn't here the last couple of days. People will talk. You know, we'll say, like, maybe those two can't be in the same room together. Maybe, you know, like, I'm just saying.
It's summer, though. Everyone's taking time off.
Well, yes, that's the rational, logical explanation for it. I was just trying to stir up drama. I thought you, above all people, would have appreciated that.
It's good drama, but I think people would rather have us off when there's absolutely no sports going on as opposed to football season.
Sure. So that's
we're
why
just trying to get it in.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. So sounds like, I know you guys missed me so much while I was gone to Notre Dame, get a little feature shoot action in. Oh my gosh, by the way, I did a story with Jeremiah Love, the running back. Yeah. What a great kid. Really? Holy moly, is he a good kid. Like, I was like, you are going to be a star.
I know you probably can't answer this. Well, I know you can't answer it. But Notre Dame's like Duke. Let me ask Joshy, you like Notre Dame or you dislike Notre Dame?
Dislike.
You know where I'm at.
Because you went to BC.
And it's our stepsister, you know.
Yikes. Yeah, I hear that you're out on them.
Yeah, I know you don't want to answer that.
No, I don't dislike Notre Dame. And to be honest with you, I think there are people who think that I should dislike Notre Dame because of the Marquette connection.
True.
Yeah, but disliking doesn't. I understand how popular and big they are nationwide and the storylines they create. Like, on one hand, I appreciate how much they mean to college football, but you got it. That's sports. You love to hate teams.
Sure. And can you imagine if I was like, I'm not going to do that feature, bosses.
Right. But it's hard.
Bossy McBosses.
This team that might be in the college football playoff, I would rather not talk to
It's hard for me to not like
your
them.
State, your team.
Because I played with so many guys that were great guys. Like Michigan, I've never met a guy I liked.
Yeah.
Never met a guy like arrogant. Notre Dame guys, Derek Mays, Crapper, Lindsey Knapp, Aaron Taylor, Sugar Bear. All great guys. Rick Meyer, who was with us, great guy. All great guys, so they're hard to hate.
Every story I've done on an athlete at Notre Dame, I have walked away and been like, oh my gosh. I mean, model citizen, good dude. And that's how I feel about Jeremiah Love. And Jeremiah Love's going to be one of the top, I would put him on the top 10 list as far as players in the 2025-2026 season. I would put Jeremiah Love on that list. But I digress. Because Chewy has a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah.
Cue the Nelly. Nelly's the song they sing Dilemma. It doesn't matter. I have to explain it. If I have to explain it, it's not as fun.
Yeah. I didn't even know I had a dilemma till yesterday.
Tracks.
So here's the deal. So, and I don't know, Jake Owen, familiar?
Ish.
Joshy?
I am familiar.
I guess he's a pretty big country guy.
I wouldn't be able to name a song off the top of my head, but he is the type of artist who, in an era, was pretty popular. I think he's a name people recognize, and you'd recognize his song if it came on at the bar.
Okay, so there's a huge house on the lake. It's probably 20-something thousand square feet, and he's always doing good guy, always doing charitable work. So we get an invitation. We've been to parties there before. Tonight's Jake Owens playing there, and it's an invite to the concert. And it's outdoors, so I'm sure there'll be a ton of boats out there, and our good friends live right next door. So I think Ann's just sent in the 1,000 just for, we had no intentions of going. We don't really know who Jake Owen
But
is.
to support the charity,
Support the charity,
charity arm of this.
So the Spaniard's coming in with friend of show with his wife and 2 kids. Told him yesterday, hey, we're proud. Loves. Wife absolutely loves him. Loves him. Do we stiff them and do me and Ange go to the concert? Do we let them go? The problem is they have 2 kids, so that would be 4, 6 of us going in. Or do we just not even mention it and just go over to my buddy's house, which is right next door, and then just listen to the concert there?
Okay. I need to back it up. So did you ever have any intention of going to the show?
No.
Okay.
Didn't even know it was yesterday until my buddy, another buddy on the lake, says, hey, do you want us to pick you up by boat to go see Jake Owen? And I'm like, who is Jake Owen? And then he spells it out. I'm like,
first things first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but your pals who are staying with you, they're big Jake Owen fans.
yes.
So I guess your options are, and I know you sort of nailed them down, you could give your pals who are visiting 2 of the tickets, because that's what you have. You have 2 tickets to the show. You could give the pals the tickets to the show, and they could go, but then you'd be hanging with the kids. But they're adult kids, right? Like
13, 15.
No, they're not adult kids.
Unbelievably hyper.
Okay.
Unbelievably hyper. So it would be more babysitting, which,
Okay.
I mean, I love kids, just no one else's kids.
Wait, what?
I don't want to babysit.
Okay, there we go. That's fine. Because you do love kids, but you love them in short spurts.
I do, yes.
Like little spurts. Like, okay,
Yes.
time to go. So I don't know if them. Okay, so then the next thing is, can they buy 4 more
No,
tickets?
it's not. No.
How about
No.
if the women go? If it's just Ange and the Spaniard's wife, could they go to the show? Do they want to go to the show? And then you and the Spaniard and the kids hang out at the house.
The flavor I got is the Spaniards are pretty big.
They want to go. They don't want to
Well,
go.
they're excited. Now, it's an outdoor concert, and my buddy literally lives right next door, so we'll be able to hear it.
So you're also saying, could you take your boat out and just the 6 of you sit out on the boat and enjoy the concert?
Well, the boat's in the shop. So that's why we need my other buddy.
Is
and
there
his boat.
any other information that I need to consider while making a decision here?
No, that's about it.
You're like slowly rolling it out.
Yeah, that's about it. I think what we do is we go
The
over to my.
boats in the shop is a crazy detail to drop on
I
us.
know. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be in the shop, but someone hit the rock ledge, and how
Would it
that
be
goes.
okay for the Spaniard to be upset that the boat is in the shop, seeing as he came in?
No, they roll. They just roll. They just roll.
Would they be okay not going?
I think they really want to go. No. They want to go. But I don't think they care about going over to my buddy's house, which is right next door,
Okay.
as far as going in.
They want to hear the concert.
I got to
though.
go see the setup. I got to do a drive-by.
But you got curiosity?
No, I just want to see if it's a big deal or not. If the stage is kind of set up just for the people, or is it open? Because they have fireworks on the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
Which rival the lake's fireworks.
Oh, nice.
And there's thousands of boats that go over
And watch their fireworks.
and watch their fireworks. So I'm thinking the stage is going to be set up so everyone can watch it.
What a week for your boat to be in the shop,
I
by the
know.
way. Question mark. Had you remembered that your buddy's Jake Owen concert was tonight on the lake, would you have brought the boat into the shop? Did it need to go in immediately? It did.
Yeah. it needed to go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were we in danger of sinking if it wasn't?
Props don't like rocks.
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't.
The
like
rocks always win. The rocks always win.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, it sounded cool. It kind of sounded like a car without a muffler.
I'm surprised there wasn't more screeching. As that, like,
Yeah.
think about when you drag a fork across a porcelain plate or a china plate, and it's like,
forgive me if I missed it. Is this exclusively maybe your fault?
We're not naming names
Okay.
because we don't
Good.
do that.
Yeah, of course not.
So
that's a yes.
I'll go scout it, and I think it'll be fine.
Are you scouting on foot?
No, Gregor will run me over there.
What?
Because I got to go over there early.
Can you just borrow Gregor's boat?
I don't want to be. Well, hey, Greg, my boat's in the shop because I hit a rock. Can I use your boat? I don't think that's going to work.
Is Gregor going to the party?
Oh, I'm sure he's going out on his boat.
And you can't tag along?
Well, we got my buddy, Mariano.
Oh, you got
Mariano's
another.
boat. Yeah.
The nicknames, man.
Yeah.
Gregor, Mariano.
I'm so lost.
Yeah.
right now.
I'm sure Donnie Niebrace is going to be there.
Will it be frowned upon?
Donnie Niebrace, who famously fell into the lake
Yes.
at the supper club.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be frowned upon if you show up with more people than expected?
Oh, yes.
To my buddy's house?
Yes.
Yes.
No, he's
Really?
more the merrier.
Then go. Then
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah, that's I think what we're going to do.
Isn't there an aspect here of where else could you see a touring signed musician in somebody's house? Like this is like a private show, ostensibly.
I would call it a once in a lifetime experience, except it's Chew, and this type of stuff seems
Yeah.
to happen all the time to him.
Right.
Well, I like the fact that it starts at 8:30. How long will he play?
I mean, probably 45.
Yeah, I was going to say for those private shows, I would guess
Half hour?
30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
They don't have to kill themselves.
No.
You know,
And you don't have to stay the whole time.
Well, I mean 8:30. I'm fine being back at 9:30.
Yeah.
it's Thursday night.
Yeah.
Blammer Thursday.
Blammer's on ice.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Nothing. It's just
Oh.
I got to be out there
He's saying
and
he's got to make a choice.
and
It's
primp-
Sophie's
yeah.
choice over here,
I
man.
got to primp and do all that stuff.
What if Blammer just takes along?
Oh my gosh.
Then I would really be in trouble. Someone has a problem with the
He
Blammer.
can't cross the streams.
new one
right?
or the same
No,
problem?
it's the same one. It's the
I didn't know
same
if he
one.
did anything recently.
Yeah. I mean, he's still serving time.
Yeah. It's a lifetime sentence.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right, so have we come to a conclusion then? That's what you're going to do? You're going to just wrangle up the troops, and all 6 of you are going to
Go to the buddies.
go to the buddies, and
Yeah.
that's next door to the
ma-
party.
Yes.
You can go to the party because you've got 2 tickets, but if you don't want to stay, you can hang out at the buddies. Am I following this sort of correctly or no?
I have no interest in going, especially if I can listen to it from
The neighbors.
50 yards away.
Yeah.
I have no
I think you
interest.
got
in
to
it.
show face.
No, you don't.
I think you got to shake some hands, pat some backs.
That ain't me. That's Ange, but
What if you send the Spaniard
ooh,
as
that's
proxy?
way too
as-
hyper.
Wait, what do they call it on Goodwill Hunting? When
I'm not the right one. to
sorry,
ask.
when Ben
yeah, when
Affleck
Ben Affleck
goes
says that,
and
yeah,
plays
yeah.
some
You're suspect.
retainer,
Yeah,
retainer. Okay, you've got him going in as
Yeah.
you. That you could do.
See, Spaniard's going to get in trouble, though. That's the problem. His poor wife going right to heaven, straight through.
What about yours?
I think it's a push. I mean, if we go at the same time, I'm going to ask her, just pretend you don't know me.
In this world, God forgot.
You got a weird relationship with the big man up there. You got a weird
He
relationship.
invented everything, but it's going to slip by that you guys.
You and Angie are together when you get to the.
Because we're just
pearly
going to sit there and go, that was her fault, not mine.
Wait, what do
And
you,
she's
what
going
do
to
you
say
think?
the same.
They're gonna roll a movie back,
Yeah.
like and be like, "What about this?"
Yeah.
And then there's this, and then this happened.
The funny thing is, her mother is an absolute saint. She would let me in before her daughter. And Angie would say that. So I feel good.
Yeah. So I think we've got a solution then. Yes, you feel good about what
Yeah.
your plan is.
I think we're good.
Okay, going to
I think we're solid.
taking
It's a good plan.
Taking the Gregor boat. No, not taking. Gregor.
No.
You're just gonna walk.
Gregor's the scout.
You're gonna drive. You're gonna drive over to your buddies,
Yeah.
okay, and then you're gonna watch.
Scout it and be like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. So we're in good shape.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad because it seemed like when you came in, you were real nervous about how all this was going to shake out.
Yeah.
I can't believe you forgot. Actually, I can. You're a dude. You forgot that there's a concert with Jake Owen at your neighbor's house tonight.
Well, Thursday's kind of weird, isn't it? Don't you think it'd be on a Friday?
I imagine.
Or maybe Jake Owen's not available.
I was going to say, I imagine Jake's pretty busy.
Yeah.
His weekends are all
So
booked
it's not
up.
about me?
yeah. I hate to break it to you.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff to get to this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We've got Jason Wilde coming up. We'll talk about the Green Bay Packers, that NFL.com list that keeps circulating that is telling us the top 100 players in the league this year. Is Jordan Love going to be on that list? The more players you start to see, some of these guys are really, really good. Is Jordan Love running the risk of not being on the top 100 list? And there is information out of the Milwaukee Bucks. John Horst talking to our friend Eric Name over at The Athletic while at Summer League. And we're going to do a little CSI. We're going to do a little investigating of our own. Try to figure out what exactly John Horst is saying when he says the things he says to Eric Name. All that and more coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Stick around.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Things are moving along pretty well. We just have a little bit of a backup along 41. On the southbound side from Appleton Avenue down to Burleigh, northbound is slowing down from about Swan Boulevard up towards Hampton. Rest of the system is actually moving along quite well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, morning sprinkles, then clearing skies, a high of 71. Tonight, mostly clear, cool, a low of 60 at the lake, 52 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
But I do want to tell you about my friends over at Ewald Automotive. If you're shopping for a pre-owned vehicle, pay close attention to Ewald's 72-hour used car sell-off. Starts this Thursday through Saturday only, and everything must go. All makes and models with price ranges and payments starting at just $99 a month. $99 a month. They're talking hundreds of certified and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs from your favorite brand. And you know you're getting it from Ewald, so you know it's something you can trust. Get more for your money during Ewald's 72-hour used car sell-off. It starts Thursday, goes through Saturday at every Ewald location. Find out more at ewaldauto.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned
is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
Good to touch base with our friend and teammate Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're good. Chewy is. Yeah, you've solved your dilemma. You've figured out what you're gonna do. Yeah, Chewy has one of those. What do you call it? Oh, rich people dilemmas.
Yeah, champagne problems. Yeah.
Exactly. It's exactly right. Speaking of problems, how are we doing with the Green Bay Packers this offseason? And I know, again, it's the offseason. We're all eagerly anticipating training camp. But every once in a while, I'll read an article or a headline, rather. And the one that caught my eye this morning as I was scrolling through the Packers sphere was Packers caught sleeping as NFC rival lands the pass rusher they desperately needed. There seems to be a sentiment that the Packers
Wait, who's the pass rusher?
Von Miller went to the Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay. I don't think the Packers were caught sleeping. I will say this, and Jen, you and I have done the journalism game for longer than we care to admit, because then we'd be giving away our ages. Although you've had an incredibly successful career and still look far, far younger than I do. But I love how headlines have now become like these mysteries to trick you into clicking. Like, I feel like when I was doing my countdown, I should have said, instead of, number 4, Tucker Kraft, I should be, using number 4, this guy, his wife had a baby this offseason, and he's counting on dad's strength to make him an even better player. To try and, trick people into clicking the link, because I don't know who that is. Instead of saying, right, instead of saying, the Packers were never going to sign Von Miller. Not only is there some baggage there, but he's older than they want on their football team. So I don't think the Packers were caught sleeping. But to answer your question about problems, the only problem I have is that we need training camp to start. I mean, it is time, as Kevin Green famously said, because all this stuff, I one of my favorite things to do is the position by position stuff, because it gets people ready for training camp. And I am fascinated, but I can only say so many times, they've got 3 of their 5 starters from last year entering the final year of their contract, and they're going to have a competition at left tackle, and Anthony Belton's one of these second-round picks that we don't know when his deal is going to get done, although I know the 49ers signed the 43rd overall pick yesterday, and he did not get a fully guaranteed contract. We don't know if Elton Jenkins is going to be taken care of, or there's going to be acrimony on day one with him. We don't know if, Zach Tom's going to get a new contract or not. Like, all these things, we just keep talking about them. And I know not everyone listens to every show every day, so we try to cover the bases. But the fact of the matter is we need to get to Wednesday and to see what the hell's going on with all these people.
Jason, have you been following these top 10s that ESPN has been putting out with the honorable mention and also receiving votes?
Smaller story, but I know you've been following it. No, I have not been. Because I think Jeremy does a good job with that, but I have not watched it as closely.
Because they did the tight ends. And
did you make it?
No, I didn't. So it was 100 on Madden. I don't know.
I've heard that a few times. I think. And that's why you always bring that up and then say it's
because it's so ridiculous. It's if you looked at the list, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I mean, my cousin doesn't work there anymore, but do we think higher of Tucker Kraft than the rest of the country does? Because these are some of the names that were in front of him, like Dalton Kincaid, Pat Freiermuth, Pittsburgh Steelers,
Freiermuth,
Cole Kmet, Jake Ferguson, Jonu Smith, Dalton Schultz. I mean, do we?
Yeah, I do.
Do we think,
think
highly of him, and the rest of the country really doesn't?
Yeah, the answer to your question is undeniably yes, but I just think he is one of the rare examples where we're just ahead of the curve because we see more of him. I really think so. Like I don't want to raise expectations too high for him, but I think that's going to change the way he's viewed. And in talking with Adam Stenovich, in talking with Jordan Love, in talking with Matt LaFleur, for all the time and breath and ink and internet space that we use on the wide receivers, and rightfully so, because it's a fascinating scenario at that position. We probably didn't talk about enough, and this is what I focused on in my countdown about him today. All of those guys were talking about how one of the top priorities of this offseason was conjure up more ways to get him more involved. Whether that means just throwing him the ball more, whether that means having him, maybe block less and allow him to get down the seam a little more frequently. Obviously, there's the factor of what are they going to get out of Luke Musgrave this year, but there is a very clear, conscious effort to get him even more involved. And when you look at the numbers, he caught only 50 passes, which is less than other tight ends in the league, but still a ton in this offense, given how many other people they have to feed. He led them in touchdown receptions. I think he's a guy that can be even more productive in the scoring space, but they are just looking for more. I mean, he's their short yardage quarterback / tight end sneak guy, right? They really believe, whether he gets highly rated by the NFL executives that Jeremy talked to or not, they believe that he can be the centerpiece of their offense. Now, I would argue that this is going to be this is another one of the angles of this season that I'm fascinated by. Like, the balancing act is going to be really interesting because you got a lot of wide receivers to try and figure out how to keep happy. You still want to give the ball to Josh Jacobs a ton. So, I'm really eager to see how Matt LaFleur figures out how to do this.
Jason, let me ask you a dumb question. What is
there any other kind?
I'm sorry. What is this offense called? Is this the West Coast offense? Or does it have a name?
No. Like, LaFleur used to like to say just it's our offense, because he didn't want people saying, "Oh, this is the Packers off," or "This is my offense," right? Because he melded it with the stuff that Rodgers liked. Now, I would argue that while certainly Jordan Love gets to have some input, he has not reached the Aaron Rodgers level, and so this is Matt LaFleur's offense. But I think he would also be the first one to tell you that they needed to do some renovations on that system. I just look at him and go, you came out at the end of the season saying guys needed to win their one-on-ones. That is not what this offense is supposed to be. That was Mike McCarthy's offense. You pride yourself on scheming guys open. That has to happen a lot more consistently. And so I know that he made that his goal this offseason, and I'm super curious to see how different and in what ways it looks different this year.
Jason, we've been paying attention to this NFL.com top 100 players of 2025. Famously, when the list first debuted, we saw Tua Tagovailoa on it, and we sort of used that as the barometer for Jordan Love's inclusion, saying if Tua Tagovailoa is on this list, we assume that Jordan Love is going to be on it as well. I can't recall, Joshy, when we were trying to figure out the tens. What did we say for Jordan Love? Were you saying 70s? You thought he might be in the 70s?
I thought 60s to 70s would probably be the range based on previous years of that list.
So same question to you, Jason. If you had to guess the range, and we're doing 10 spots here, what 10-spot range do you think Jordan Love lands in on the NFL.com top 100 players of 2025?
Well, obviously top 10. Is this even a question? No, but seriously, that's what there's a section of the fan base that's what they want to hear. And Tausch gives me a hard time. He always likes to say, you don't want that smoke from Twitter. Well, I don't really go on Twitter anymore other than post links to the show and to my stories. But there is a group, and look, they may be right. Ultimately, they may be proven right, and he ends up being a multi-time All-Pro, multi-time MVP, just like the two guys that came before him. But as of now, I find it interesting that Tua is on the list because, again, these guys know the league that put together this list way better than I do, but I don't think he's that good. And again, I'm not here to beat up on Rashawn Gary, but I mean the statistic that they put out in support of him being number 80 was that on 22.7% of his third down rushes, he generated pressure. But then right below that, they put the stat that said on first down, he generated pressure on 7.3% of his pass rush opportunities. I don't know about you, but that doesn't make me more convinced that he should be number 80, right? Yeah. So I don't know about the list in terms of how accurate it is. I would think that Jordan Love, if Tua's in the 70s, I would think Jordan Love would be in the 60s. I don't know how much extra credit you get for being a quarterback and how much that moves you up the list. But if he's on a bunch of lists as like the 12th best quarterback, I have a hard time putting him any higher than the 60s. And we'll see where he ends up next year if he has the kind of season everyone's hoping he has.
Well, and because it's the off season and because, we're all like starving for content, they are really dragging this unveil out. But I did see that Dak Prescott is listed as 79 on the list. That is one of the more recent reveals as they are slowly working their way through the 70s right now. I think when Joshy and I were talking about it this morning, though, he said T. Higgins is 77th on the list.
Really?
That's a great reaction by you, Chew, because Joshy was like, T. Higgins is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Love might not be on the list.
Now, that would be really interesting.
So just so you know, that Joshy said, if I see T. Higgins at 77, there's a part of my brain that says exactly what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
take it for what it's worth. All right, Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. We, too, cannot wait for the guys to get back on the field and we can start evaluating, at least in some way, what the Green Bay Packers have to offer this season.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. You can hear him on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy each and every morning. Were there any other ones? I know you guys discussed Rashawn Gary being on the list, right? How he came in at number 80.
Yeah.
So then Dak Prescott was immediately after that. I got to think if Dak Prescott is at 79.
Then he won't be on the list.
Really?
No.
Well, if you
Dak
remember
2 years ago was almost the MVP.
But then Jordan Love beat the brakes off him. And then Dak
he had
a
this
down year.
injury.
Well, he was hurt all last year, right? I have a feeling he's not on the list.
The names T. Higgins, Vita Vea, and Patrick Queen, who every one of them, it seems, except for Vita Vea, have somewhat declined.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think when I go back and look at the list, like Justin Herbert was in the 60s to 70s, and I don't know what to do with that because Jordan Love was in the 30s last year. Can't imagine him dropping out.
I think Rashawn Gary is just screwing us up because he didn't deserve to go to the Pro Bowl last year, and he doesn't deserve to be number 80 on this list.
But you guys had a lengthy conversation yesterday about whether or not, or is it Tuesday? It was at the bog.
Yeah.
About whether or not we here in Wisconsin underrate Rashawn Gary compared to the rest of the NFL analysis world.
When you're making $28 million a year and you're tied for 36 in sacks, you don't deserve to be on that list. I'm sorry.
Also, the one thing we have a tendency, obviously, we pay attention to overrate them, But when we're lower on somebody, I typically tend to agree with our side. You know, we can sell ourselves on someone being better, but if we're all going, what is he doing there? I feel like we're on the right side of history.
Well, let me ask you this. Because we just talked about Tucker Kraft. Who's more deserving to be on the list, Tucker Kraft or Rashawn Gary?
I think Tucker Kraft.
Probably Tucker Kraft. And part of that is ceiling at this point as well.
Yes.
Like we think he has a higher ceiling than Rashawn Gary does in 2025 and beyond. All right, interesting stuff. Maybe we'll put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll as well. When you see Tua Tagovailoa at whatever it was like 99 or something like that.
I think he was 100.
He was 100.
Yes.
Okay, just barely squeaking on the list. And then you see Dak Prescott coming in at 79. Do you think Jordan Love will be on the list? Is there a chance he won't be on the list? Let us know what you think. 800-990-3776. The Open Road is calling your name, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This July, you could burn some major rubber on the custom Harley-Davidson of your dreams in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Just play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play as well. Fire Up Your Fantasy is only at Potawatomi. More information is available online. You must be 21 years old and a rewards member to play.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
All right, southbound on 41. Still seeing some delays, basically from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive to Burleigh. Northbound's going to be a bit backed up from Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. The rest of the system's actually looking pretty good. A little bit of building volume through the stadium interchange on eastbound 94, and just a quick tap of the brakes on southbound 43 right past Silver Spring itself, but really not seeing too many problems at all. Summer's around the corner. Get ready for boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on serene Delavan Lake. Make the most of the season at Lake Lawn Resort. Book your adventure today at lakelawnresort.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, morning sprinkles, then clearing skies, a high of 71. And then tonight, mostly clear and cool, a low of 60 at the lakefront, 52 inland. Weather is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow-up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
He sounds like the Beatles.
What?
Anyone?
This is a new one on me.
Listen
Even
to
I
his
don't
interview,
know.
the way he talks. He sounds like Paul McCartney. Ringo farted and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Pulling back the curtain just a smidge here, Wizard of Oz style. This morning, Joshy, on our YouTube stream, put the sentence, will Giannis be on the Bucks in 2025? And immediately, Michael jumps in the YouTube comments and says, Giannis is staying, done deal. Why is a local show clueless and discussing it like the clueless national media? You think the team would be discussing Giannis back if not a done deal? It's in stone. We recognize here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy that there is a portion of the population that cannot convince themselves that there is any realistic chance that Giannis Antetokounmpo will play somewhere else this season. We understand that. Giannis has been here for a very long time. He is embedded in the fabric. He is a part of the tapestry of the city, certainly of the Milwaukee Bucks. And yet, stay with us here, because Eric Name from The Athletic did a sit down with John Horst, GM of your Milwaukee Bucks. And in that piece, John Horst basically went through all the moves they made this offseason. Talked about Miles Turner, talked about retaining some of their young talent. But there was one statement or grouping of statements that sort of popped off to us. And we're not the only ones, to others. Joshy, go ahead and read to us, because there is no audio of it, so you're going to have to do your dramatic reading for us, what John Horst said about how he assesses this offseason.
Yeah, I want to start with the question from Eric Name. In your introductory news conference for Turner, you said when it comes to Giannis, your job is to put together a plan to build the best team possible to present that vision to him and then go kick blank in the next season. Do you feel like you've done enough in that regard this offseason? And where do you think you stand among the top Eastern Conference teams? After addressing the two-parted question, John Horst replies, and so have we done enough? I don't know. We'll find out. Have we done everything that we possibly could? Absolutely. And have we done more than anyone else could possibly do? I believe we have. And that's not an arrogant thing to say, in a very humble way. I think we've done as much or more than anyone else could possibly do, and I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Chew, your reaction to that response by John Horst when asked if they have done enough.
Well, let me just address the texter or whoever came in and said local media show. Okay. When we talk about Packers, we have boots on the ground. We know more than Adam Schefter most times. Maybe not about the big stuff, but we have boots on the grounds with all the sports here. Okay. So we're pretty dialed in. I get the reading between the lines. It moves my needle. What did I say? I was like 95%. That moves it down to 80.
It does.
Because it even sounds like Horst isn't sure. Where I thought he did. I thought, it was... Does it move it down to 50-50? No, but it does knock it down a few notches. He's trying... It seems to me he's still trying to sell it to Giannis. Do you get that or no?
100%. And again, I think it's important to pair it also with people were laughing and scoffing about us playing and reacting to the Giannis talking to Speed on the stream channel where he said, probably, what was the next word?
I don't know.
Something, I love Milwaukee.
Yes.
We'll see. It was we'll see.
Yes.
Probably we'll see. I love Milwaukee. I want you to say it again, Joshy, because I had to read it several times because the first reaction I had was when he said, have we done enough? Is John Horst saying, have we done enough to win a title? Because obviously that's what Giannis wants. Giannis wants to compete for titles. Have we done enough to win a title? Or was John Horst responding, have we done enough to keep Giannis in Milwaukee this season? And again, I recognize I'm starting with this. There is a portion of the population who is going to be like, I can't believe we're talking about this again. But how else do you interpret John Horst's words? Joshy, give me a hypothetical where you can interpret it as, oh, he's just trying to, he doesn't want to commit to yes, he's back, even though he's back. Like, there is a chance that Giannis absolutely is in Milwaukee, in a Milwaukee jersey. And you guys can sit here and go, can't believe you guys were talking about that on June. What is today's date? July 17th. Thank you. Can't believe you guys were still talking about that on July 17th. Summer League is well underway and, the guys are getting ready and working out and all of those types of things. Fine. You can say that. But the way that John Horst responded to that inquiry does for me the same thing it did for Chew.
Yeah.
Eyebrows up. Joshy, are you different? Are you on the other side of this thing? Do you think that we are being, we are fear-mongering over here?
No, I don't. And I don't think, even if Giannis does end up deciding to come back here, that I find it hard to read these statements from John Horst as anything other than he has uncertainty and a degree of worry. Now, we all understand what it would take for Giannis to demand a trade, sort of, the city would turn against him. Many fans would turn against him if that came to fruition. But do I think there's a part of both camps where they're going, I don't know what's best for me or us moving forward? I think there is. Because why would he have, he says simply, I don't know, to have we done enough? He's not asking, do you think you're a championship contender? No, he's asking, have you done enough to keep Giannis here and to keep the team competitive? John Horst, throughout the entirety of this article and this sit-down with Eric Name, goes on to say, my sole priority is keeping Giannis here and keeping the team competitive. Mm-hmm. But keeping the team competitive means keeping Giannis here. So the first step is always keeping Giannis. And there is a level of uncertainty. Could there be a degree of covering your butt to John Horst? Because you never know with star athletes, especially of the import of one like Giannis and the way he can move the entirety of the NBA. Sure. And you probably should always be operating just from a business standpoint of, I can't guarantee that, but I'm going to make sure.
But what I think people don't understand, and it goes back to Eric Name is more dialed in than Shams. Okay? Just like Jason Wilde and Tom Silverstein and Bob McGinn were more dialed in than Chris Mortensen and Ed Werder and Leslie Starr. They fly in on a Friday and see you for a bit. Eric Name, Jason Wilde, they're there every day. You have a closer relationship with those people than you do like the people I name. So I listen to, and it's no knock on Adam. Adam is great with breaking stuff. But the peripheral stuff, and this isn't peripheral, but the local guys know more. I'm sorry, they just do.
Yeah, and I think the important part here is this isn't Eric interpreting anything he heard. This is Eric asking a question and John Horst giving it back to him. And you can choose to disregard it if that makes you feel better. If you don't want to live in a spot where it's potential that Giannis may end up elsewhere and may not finish his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, I understand that. I understand the drive for it. But I also think it's part of our job to not get caught in the dark from this stuff and to point to the signals. We had something very similar with the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Rodgers is going nowhere, going nowhere, going nowhere. And every time we pointed something out, people told us, no, you're being dramatic. And then Aaron Rodgers got traded. And if we were to do that with Giannis, I think we would be a disservice to all the people listening. if we didn't point these things out.
So there's a couple of things that I, as a wordsmith, right, this is kind of the space I live in. I want to make sure that I'm always interpreting things correctly and recognizing any nuance. The question from Eric Name, I think, is important. You said it already, but I'm going to do it again. In your introductory news conference for Turner, you said when it comes to Giannis, your job is to put together a plan to build the best team possible, to present that vision to him, then go kick A in the next season. Do you feel like you've done enough in that regard this offseason? That sentence, do you feel like you've done enough in that regard this offseason, is twofold. It is presenting a plan to Giannis, a vision to Giannis, and then going and kicking A the next season. So John Horst could be responding to the kicking A the next season part. He very well could be saying that he thinks they've done enough. He believes they've done everything they could do, but he doesn't know if they are a championship team. Because we've all seen how the NBA shakes out. You know, an injury here, a fluky thing there, you know what I mean? Like Indianapolis...
Yeah.
You know, Indiana was one injury away from hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy, you could argue. So there's a part of me that wants to give there's a part of me that wants to give John Horst the benefit of the doubt and say he was responding to, have we done enough to go kick A the next season? Not, have we done enough to retain Giannis? But also, I am conscious of the fact that he could be responding to, have we done enough to retain Giannis? And that's just part of the journalism space, guys. Part of it is just not sticking my head in the sand when I don't like what a potential outcome could be.
It's like a trial. You got to put everything together. Well, then why doesn't Giannis just say, I'm coming back? You know, I thought he was playing games. Yeah, probably, maybe. I love Mel. But now you have to pair it with this. You have to put it all into one pot. Even though I still think he's coming back, to me it sounds like there's some uncertainty.
You said it lessens your certainty.
Yes.
And I think, honestly, that is a fair way of interpreting this information. Look, we don't want to be fear-mongers over here. We don't want to be the bearer of bad news. We don't want to be the I told you so people. That's not what and if you listen to the show regularly, you know that about us. But every time there's new information presented, we are going to analyze it.
Yeah.
The people who are giving us a tough time about analyzing Giannis's comments on a podcast, on a stream, bananas. It was from the horse's mouth. And he was not definitive. He was not locked in. He didn't say, I'm back, right? Send a fax, for goodness sakes. You know, I'd be fine with that, Michael Jordan-esque. He hasn't. There's been some wishy-washiness. There's been some unwillingness to commit to that statement. And I think when you pair that with John Horst's comments, there is even more like, wait a minute. Is this thing not as done a deal as I want to think it is? Is this thing not as done a deal as I have convinced myself it is? That's just self-awareness. That's just taking the information in front and going, I'm trying to evaluate it realistically and logically, Joshy. And I don't think we should be sit here raked over the coals for that.
No, and there's a degree of this of just we're doing what we think is best, and we think it's worth paying attention to. And you can choose to believe it or not, and you may very well end up being right, thinking, no, there's no interest. But we're coming from this from a different spot than the national media.
Yeah.
They want the story. They want the big move. We want Giannis to be here.
Yes.
That is all. We all understand how much Giannis means to Milwaukee, means to the Bucks. We're not doing this because it's going to get an extra click or an extra view on the stream. I think we all need to take into consideration, and I think we as fans have a tendency to try and push things back that we know deep down inside it should be a concern.
I mean, we do a podcast on this station with his brother. We have a little insight here. Okay? I'm not saying we have, but...
Well, also, do you think maybe we'd want to keep them around? We'd also have an incentive. It's not like we're pushing them out the door. Like, there's no one here doing that.
And I get there's a lot, you know, in the media today, there's a lot thrown against the wall, you know. And you got to kind of pick and choose. And I don't think, like you said, Jen, this isn't a throw against the wall. This is just kind of deductive reasoning is what we're doing here.
Wouldn't the words, I feel confident in that response by John Horst, done a lot of the heavy lifting?
Sure would have.
I feel confident that we did enough.
Yeah.
I feel confident that we showed Giannis this is a championship team. We're confident. We're operating from a confident space. Again, that's just one word. There are a million different ways that it could have been articulated. But when he says, have we done enough? ? I don't know. We'll find out. To me, there is still an uncertainty
trying to sell it.
about whether or not Giannis will be in Milwaukee.
I think it's also important. We're parsing what he said, but what he didn't say also, I think, speaks loudly.
Yeah, I agree.
He didn't say, we're good to go. We've done the best, and Giannis is going to be here, and he's going to make a run, him and Miles Turner, and maybe we'll make another move. Nowhere does it say that. So if John Horst doesn't have that certainty to tell Eric Name, why should I?
How far away from we are camp? Is camp October?
It's Summer League now.
Yeah, probably October, right? Early October. So there's time.
Lots of reaction rolling in. Will says, no, you guys aren't. You know you're BSing. We know you're BSing. Okay. We know you're BSing.
I hope.
And here's the thing. If Giannis ends up staying in Milwaukee, y'all can come at us, and you will, and say, see, you guys knew nothing. You guys were just throwing spaghetti against the wall. You're trying to wrangle up the fan base. You're fear-mongering and all that stuff. We're not. We're reading into what was said, not just by Giannis, who said, probably, we'll see. I love Milwaukee. And now John Horst's response to, have we done enough? I don't know. We'll find out. Have we done everything we possibly could? Absolutely. Have we done more than anyone else could possibly do? I believe we have. And that's not an arrogant thing to say. In a very humble way, I think we've done as much or more than anyone else could possibly do, and I'm proud of that. John Horst's words, in black and white, on theathletic.com. Go read the interview. And you tell me, in your heart of hearts, after you read what John Horst said, if you have still convinced yourself that there is 0% chance that Giannis isn't still contemplating his future in Milwaukee. 800-990-3776. Happy to take your calls. Sounds like a lot of you have things to say. Happy to hear from you this morning if you believe we are absolutely nutball bananas on this. Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on right after this. But first, we've enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help with our home projects. As you might know, Dario and I are not the most handy people. We can handle small projects. In fact, I got to paint my closet this week, so I'll be handling that. But for the big stuff, we rely on our friends over at PCI. Mike and Michelle operate a family-owned company. They believe in building relationships, and PCI has been in business for 20 years, guys, so you know that they do exceptional work. Learn more about PCI and see their work at professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
It doesn't matter what age you are, low testosterone can be an issue for any guy. It's Gabe Knight, so let me tell you about our friends at Mentality and how they've helped me deal with my low testosterone, because I didn't realize I was dealing with low testosterone. Tired, groggy, didn't feel like myself. Thought it was because you're getting older, it's just the way it is. But that's not the way it has to be. All those symptoms I had, signs of low testosterone. So go to lowtusa.com, book an appointment if you're experiencing those same things. You got to find out if it is indeed low testosterone. You go through the process with Mentality, and at the end, if your testosterone levels are low, they will come up with a customized testosterone treatment plan just for you. It's worked for me, and it will work for you as well. So go to their website, lowtusa.com. Mentality allows treatment to fit into every guy's lifestyle. So find out more about Mentality's low testosterone treatments and see if it can help you the way it helped me at lowtusa.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And guess who didn't hit the hole? Zeke Elliott.
Ashton.
Well, I mean, yes. Yeah, right back there?
That's so true.
It was a direct shot. She took out the sniper rifle and just...
No, she got right up to me, took out a Glock, and just shot.
Yeah, right in the balls.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Finding the right home is a journey. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes you have to be patient, but it should always be an exciting time. The We Sell Group at Keller Williams understands that. They're not just about closing deals. They're about building relationships and helping you find the right fit. Rob and Nick, they're incredibly patient, informative, and available throughout. It is clear their passion is people. Whether you're ready to move right now, just starting to look, or even thinking about selling, the We Sell Group is on the journey with you every step of the way. Start your journey today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Never gonna slow down.
There is a lot of "you're mad at your dad, not me, I forgive you" going on in the stream this morning. Maybe it's as simple as, again, hypothetically speaking, y'all, hear me out. Maybe Giannis wants Thanasis on the roster. Maybe Giannis wants a spot for his brother. And until that happens, he's still a little disenchanted with what the Bucks have done. I don't know. Want my guy. Pretty thick, pretty tight. Again, hypothetically speaking, of course. Wouldn't you, if you were Giannis, still use any part or any piece of leverage you had, Chew, to make that happen? Again, hypothetically speaking. Like this idea that Giannis is loyal, which people are saying. This idea that he has said somewhere he's coming back to Milwaukee. Show me. Show me the quotes where he has said definitively he is going to be back in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform this season. Because probably we'll see I love Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then people are saying, like, oh, he invited the kid to a Bucks game. Did he say he'd be playing? I'm playing devil's advocate here, gang, because, again, I know what people want to believe. It's exactly the same thing as what we want to believe. But to sit here and be taking grenades at us because we're saying, whoa, hold on a minute. There's this, and now there's this, and this. doesn't make me feel the warm and fuzzies.
No. And I still think he's back, but is there a chance he's kicking tires in places where we would never hear about it? Is that possible?
I don't know if that would quite be the case. That seems like, and I mean, it would behoove you if you thought you had a chance to land Giannis and Giannis had interest to keep that as tight, close to the vest as humanly possible. And there's also a degree of this is if we look at what the Bucks did and John Horst did. They did an unprecedented wave and stretch. They signed Miles Turner. They've been in free agency. They're bringing back guys. They've been pretty aggressive. Does it seem like that's a team with any sort of certainty about the future and any sort of certainty? Or does it seem like they are turning over every single leaf because they know they're probably closer than ever to potentially losing the guy that controls Milwaukee in terms of revenue generator? Like, he's an all-time great. And on top of that, Giannis could also be presenting, hey, I want to come back and I plan to come back, but you still got to do more. So until you do those final two things, be it add Thanasis, be it go out and make some trades to get some guys who are available on the market, I'm not going to give you any sort of certainty. Because if you get comfortable and know I'm coming back, I don't think this team's going to be good enough. Like, there's plenty of layers to this that is more than just us trying to fearmonger.
Did he know that Dame was going to be released? I don't think he did, right? Because Craig said he was going on the show in Athens with his brothers, and the news released right before it, and he had no idea. I think we oversell that, that there's a direct line. Hey, that's what I'm...
Well, Eric Name said that when he was sitting in this chair. He said, like, there's a part of Giannis that says to John Horst, I don't need to micromanage every move. Go do your job.
That's a big move, though.
Like, we will convene, we'll have conversations, but it doesn't sound like, again, from Eric Name, who we believe to be exceptionally plugged in to this dynamic, John Horst isn't having to call Giannis to get permission to make every move.
But isn't that a huge move? That's a big move. I mean, it's not like, hey, we're not going to offer Brook Lopez a contract. I don't know. But so the people that believe that we're just pulling the wool over their eyes, then you think that Giannis is just playing around. Probably, maybe. If you're 100%, you just think Giannis is playing around. Correct? You would have to.
Just like having fun with it, like you said. Like he enjoys the attention. He likes being the center of the basketball universe.
I think if we were honest, those people take probably will see as an affirmative. Because it's easier to believe that.
Well, it is an affirmative, and I took it that way, but you just got to marry everything together and be like, because Horst could have answered that totally differently than he did. I mean, the interpretation is like, I still don't know.
If Giannis had given Horst the impression he was definitively coming back, no questions asked, guys.
He doesn't answer it that way.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's where I get it, that people want to believe that he's coming back. We want to believe it as well, gang. Like, we're right there with you. But you have to look at what is being said. And you have to go, oh, maybe there is a chance. Or maybe you don't. You know what? Keep riding it. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. And we hope he does. We hope he's back in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. But if he's not, then can we have the conversation? Feels like it might be a little too late by then. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on after this.
We got delays on northbound 4394 now, coming around the Plainfield curve up towards Oklahoma Avenue. Then on the northern neck of this, we've got delays from Capitol Drive all the way up past Hampton. The southbound side's got some backups between Brown Deer Road and Good Hope Road, all the way down to about Hampton Avenue as well. Westbound 94 slowing down from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from the Zoo to the county line. Eastbound, you're seeing delays basically from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, morning sprinkles, then clearing skies, a high of just 71. Tonight, mostly clear, cool, low of 60 at the lakefront, 52 inland. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is coming up July 17th through the 20th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
You start just listening and reading the tea leaves here. I don't think Watson's going to miss as much time. I would bet he's playing before Halloween.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
He's running, he's cutting, and yes, it's different. I get all of that, but he is highly motivated. He is going to push and push. This isn't going to be one of those, I'm going to wait till I'm 6,000% healthy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Preston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And now, since I lost the toenail, socks 24/7.
Until the toenail grows back, I assume. Then you'll be out of socks jail.
I don't know. What if it looks wonky?
Oh, God!
Hey, whoa, Michael.
Oh, God!
It's okay. It's Jim. Just say again really loudly what happened.
Okay, I burned my foot.
You can go sockless.
I thought so too. I said there's no negotiation here. What about not looking at it? Didn't work. None of those options sufficed.
Not just averting your eyes.
As negotiations go, Joshy, I feel like you offered her a pretty good option there.
I enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. Most nights before I go to bed, I will lay 6 strips of bacon out on my George Foreman grill.
I think your foot should be able to roam freely in your home.
Yeah, these puppies are breathing.
I'm glad that we convinced you.
The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
People are so fired up. We've got regulars in the YouTube stream who are telling me what I should and shouldn't wear on the radio. Get a clue.
I love it.
I will wear what I want to wear, even if that disappoints you, gentlemen. Unbelievable, man. People get so fired up about Giannis. It's like, if Giannis decides to leave, gang, it is not an indictment of our city. If Giannis decides to leave, it is not an indictment of the Milwaukee Bucks. If Giannis decides to leave, you got to stop attaching your personal ego to the decisions made by other grown-ass men. It would suck. Yes, we want Giannis to be a Buck. He's a generational talent. He's a unicorn. He obviously makes the team better. But if he were to decide that it's better for his family, it's better for his legacy, for all of the things that he is clearly giving a ton of thought to go elsewhere, man, it affects you in such a small way. I appreciate the passion, but holy moly, the projecting is wild to me.
But
I'm talking to you guys. You know I'm talking to you.
But we saw the same thing with when they got rid of Brett. I mean, Packer fans were booing Aaron Rodgers, who didn't do a thing.
Right.
Had nothing to do
during
with it.
training camp.
During training camp, you're
we
booing
want
the guy.
Brett.
Yeah.
Bring Brett back.
Yeah. So, love the passion, but people just think a little. Just think.
Joshy, do we have top 8 at 8 this morning? You got a list for us for top 8 at 8?
I didn't prepare one.
Should we throw one together? Break up a little of the Bucks monotony this morning?
We can try. I won't have it by this segment, that's for sure.
You want me to handle it? What do you mean? My power rankings this week were
can I get a recap? What was the...
It was the top 10 Badgers in the NFL all time.
Oh.
The best players.
Okay.
And how'd you do, Josh? B?
I thought it was fine. There's some names on there that
they had problem with the placing of some players.
Were there a lot of like offensive linemen?
Mike Webster, Crazy Legs,
Old
Alan Amici. This is kind of order they went in.
Yeah.
Joe Thomas, J.J. Watt, Troy Vincent was down the list. Al Toon.
Yeah. So Joe Thomas is a Hall of Famer. J.J. Watt is a Hall of Famer.
They thought they should have been higher on the list.
Is that recency bias? I never saw Mike Weber play. In fact, in my mind, Mike Weber will always be more attached to the concussion stuff.
Yes.
Because of how he ended up passing away and how I believe in the book, when the book was written, he was a central figure.
Yes.
In that story.
But he was 4-time Super Bowl champ, All-Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty impressive. It's just hard. How do you gauge? I mean, especially like Crazy Legs, who leather helmet. You know, it's kind of like the Don Hudson. Where should he be on the list of all-time Packers? I don't know. I have no idea. So it was fine. I thought it was a good list.
You giving yourself a B?
I gave myself an A-.
Of course you did.
Solid.
All right. We will work on that. We'll get back on the clock here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff we want to get to this morning. We'll take a break. Be right back after this.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We got delays on northbound 4394 now, coming around the Plainfield curve up towards Oklahoma Avenue. Then on the northern neck of this, we've got delays from Capitol Drive all the way up past Hampton. The southbound side's got some backups between Brown Deer Road and Good Hope Road, all the way down to about Hampton Avenue as well. Westbound 94 slowing down from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from the zoo to the county line. Eastbound, you're seeing delays basically from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Morning sprinkles, then clearing skies, a high of just 71. Tonight, mostly clear, cool, low of 60 at the lakefront, 52 inland. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is coming up July 17th through the 20th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Have you heard that Palermo's partnered with Cheez-It to make a Cheez-It frozen pizza? That's right, Cheez-It frozen pizza. It's the unexpected collaboration snack fans didn't know that they needed. It's a 12-inch, ultra-thin and crispy original Cheez-It flavored crust made with 100% real cheese, paired with your favorite pizza toppings to remind you of the irresistible cheesy flavor you love. And all month long, Cheez-It frozen pizza on sale, just $7.99 at all Pick and Save locations. Grab one, try one today. I can't wait to have it in my freezer. So stop by Pick and Save and grab a brand new Cheez-It frozen pizza from Palermo's.
On this show, it's always football season.
But that's not the argument here. The argument here is that's great what you've done these 2 years since you two have been the quarterback head coach combo.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No one is on the hot seat right now, but if you don't deliver more than you have delivered in the first 2 years, I would argue that we start preheating the oven.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Modernizing business technology is critical for a positive impact on efficiency and reducing operating costs. That's exactly what Tri-City National Bank found out when they called on James Imaging Systems. Listen to Bank CIO Robert Prang.
We also went through a large retooling of our print environment, changing from where we had almost 200 printers.
All the way down to just 97 printers. That's managed print services from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility reliability with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
Robert, would you recommend managed print services from James Imaging Systems?
Yes, in a heartbeat, I would recommend James.
Learn more at jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and you're invited.
And defensive end number 90, Lucas Hercules Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness with the sack.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Hope Chevrolet of Milwaukee. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Packer who strikes fear into quarterbacks throughout the NFL. Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness bringing the pressure.
During this exclusive 2-hour meet and greet, color action photos of Van Ness will be provided free of charge. Or bring your own item for Lucas to sign.
Pressure and he's blasted. Ball is out. Still loose on the turf. Packers have it. Ow.
Welcome to Cunis Hope Chevrolet, your trusted, family-owned and locally operated dealership in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Say hello to the friendly faces and Lucas Van Ness, live at Cunis Hope Chevrolet at Milwaukee, 11100 West Metro Auto Mall Drive, just off I-41. Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And he lost it. Packers recover.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I have told you how many
I
times.
know.
Do not mess
Yes.
with electricity, Chew.
And I don't. I did. I did. But I don't.
Incident?
There was one.
Plumbing, you're going to get wet. Electricity, you're going to die.
On 94.5 ESPN.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion and artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, introduces the addition of an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate. Learn more at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork. You pine. Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken! Oh my God!
Show me chicken!
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
The ESPYs were last night. So our top 8 at 8 list this morning is going to be the last 8 ESPYs hosts. Apparently one year there were multiple hosts, so I will give you any one of those and count it as that year. But the top of the last 8 ESPYs hosts. So if you know who hosted the ESPYs last night, you are already ahead of the curve. List of 8 things here. You guys go back and forth. When you are out, we will go to the callers, 800-990-3776. Who wants to go first, gentlemen?
Well, who was last night, Josh?
That was Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Yep.
Comedian?
Yes.
Are they all comedians? No.
Many of them are comedians.
I mean-
Some of them are athletes.
Oh.
LeBron and him and Kimmel do it?
I do not see LeBron James on this list.
I mean, you should probably throw out Chris Rock, who's done everything. No?
Good call. He is not on this list. LeBron James did host with Jimmy Kimmel back in 2007. So too far back to count.
I think we did a number here on our list.
I think you both are going to have to get a mulligan. Couple of athletes, couple of actors. The last guy on the list is a guy who you see everywhere. Owns a production company.
Peyton.
There it is. Yeah. Peyton Manning is on the list.
Yes.
He was the host in 2017. He is number 8 on our list. Do y'all remember the first woman to host the ESPYs?
I think I know, but was it Danica?
It was Danica.
There
Look
we
at
go. Now
you guys. All right, now we're cooking with gas.
Now we're
The
rolling.
7th entry on the list.
Any more athletes?
Yes. Athlete, actor, comedian, and then Danica Patrick and Peyton Manning. One of these athletes, well, several of them, women. The GOAT.
Serena?
Serena Williams was the host last year.
Okay.
2024, Serena Williams, host of the ESPYs. All right, you got 1 and 2. We need 3, 4, 5, and 6.
More athletes, though. Huh?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just trying to think who's worthy.
This one is a basketball player. Been in the league for a very long time. Very likable athlete.
Shakalicious?
Not on the list. Let's, you know what? I'll go back because maybe he is further back. No. There are some really good ones if you go back, though. I've got Samuel L. Jackson as the host, Jamie Foxx as the host, Matthew Perry as the host, Lance Armstrong as the host, Justin Timberlake, Seth Meyers, Rob Riggle, John Hamm. Drake was the host in 2014. I had no idea.
Is there... Shout out to our guy Gabe here. I swear I remember John Cena.
Ooh, John Cena was a host. It was 2016, the year before Peyton Manning.
All right, well, let's go to the callers.
800-990-3776. We open it up to the callers now. We are looking for the last 8 ESPYs hosts. The ESPYs took place last night in L.A. Apparently, Shane Gillis drew mixed reviews. Maybe got a little political, maybe took some swipes at some important people. I didn't see it. I was driving back from Indiana.
I watched a lot of the clips. I found them very funny. I think the ESPYs is of a special place where athletes aren't used to getting picked on the same way maybe other comedians or actors or people. Like, the athletes seem to not deal as well with that.
Why? Because the locker room is just a
well,
place
I think
where...
it's different when it's your peers versus...
Okay.
I mean, Shane Gillis will call himself schlubby and... you know...
800-990-3776 if you want to try to complete our top 8 at 8 list. Apparently, I have a line here from Shane Gillis. He said, Joe Rogan actually wanted me to be here to host the award show so I could capture Adam Silver because Joe thinks he's an alien. And Donald Trump wanted me to be here to capture Juan Soto for the same reason.
It's kind of funny.
800-990-3776.
What do I call Silver? Oh, I call him Tales of the Crypt.
Exactly. 800-990-3776. Got another lady, 2 more ladies on this list who co-hosted.
Is that hard to do?
Co-host?
No. Host. An event like that.
I think there'd be a level of intimidation, don't you?
You've done it before.
Not the ESPYs. Are you drunk?
Well, not...
I think the biggest challenge is the initial, what is it, the start. Where
the
you
monologue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trying to be funny.
Yeah,
and
timing and hit the jokes, right? And all those jokes are written by our writer. His name happens to be Greg Jennings, which is funny because Greg Jennings.
Yeah.
But he writes most of that. He works in tandem with the talent, but he writes most of the show, top to bottom.
I mean, I remember Norm Macdonald created quite a stir. Because he delivered it in his typical dry sense of humor, which really was off-putting to some people.
Yeah, it doesn't translate for a lot of people. 800-990-3776. Do you think the list is too hard? Nobody's calling in? Nobody wants to fill in?
Yeah, I think so.
Nobody wants to give it a guess? Give it the old college try? This is where I always go. Are the phone lines working?
I saw one person call. I think it's easy. There's so many damn award shows. You forget who's who. You forget who's... what hosting?
Who's the actor?
Yep.
Went to answer a phone call from Jennifer Latta.
Should I just give the answers?
Let us guess. Let us guess. Actor, give us the peripheral movie.
I believe he was the most recent Captain America.
Doesn't
Is that like a Hemsworth?
No, he was famously Thor.
You say famously.
All right, we're giving the answers. We're giving the list.
We've got a caller.
All right.
I'm just going to move him right over.
All right.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Milwaukee.
All right, what do you got, Jeff?
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
No.
No?
No.
Oh,
They
I
did
thought
the
she was, yeah.
Emmys or the Oscars or one of those things.
Jeff, do you
I
have
had
a...
Megan Rapinoe.
Oh, yes! Megan
we'll
Rapinoe.
give him a mulligan.
Megan Rapinoe
Okay.
was one of the hosts. Yes, Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird co-hosted with
Bird, right?
Russell Wilson one year, 2020. Now, that was a virtual ESPY, so there was nobody else in
COVID.
attendance.
Okay.
So far, we've got Shane Gillis. We've got Serena Williams. We are missing number 3, NBA player, longtime player, future Hall of Famer, three-point sharpshooter.
Stephen Curry.
There it is.
Yeah.
This is one of those technicality ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to work our way through it. Then we have a actor and we have a comedian left on the list.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais not on the list. He may have hosted it a long, long time ago. I did go back pretty far on this list.
Next
Didn't see it.
caller we have is Joelle from Milwaukee.
Joelle, can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Well.
Hello?
Don't know what happened there. All right, I know this name. Chef Ed.
Good morning, Chef Ed. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Oh, I went live right away. Usually I get Joshy. Hello?
We got you.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yep, we're here.
Yeah. I remember the comedian because I like this guy a lot, Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan is on the list. Yes,
All
he
right,
was
good
number
call.
6 on the list, so we only have number 4 remaining. 2021 was the year. And this one was actually held at the rooftop at Pier 17 as opposed to the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles.
Athlete?
And you say
Actor.
no, you say actor. And she gave the. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I ain't got it. Sorry.
No worries. It's a gentleman. 800-990-3776. Go out to AC and Tosa. Let's see if AC and Tosa can complete the top 8 at 8 list.
Yes, my guy who actually went to acting school, Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie is correct. You are our big winner this morning. Although, Joshy, I know how this stuff works. There might be an asterisk next to it. I may have to send AC and Tosa a Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sweatshirt. Just, from Jen.
Thanks. We can't give away extra. We do have rules, but we did get a winner. We completed it. So thank you to AC, Tosa, and everybody who ended up calling it.
That was the top 8 most recent ESPY hosts. Shane Gillis, Serena Williams, Steph Curry, Anthony Mackie, Megan Rapinoe, Sue Bird, and Russell Wilson tag teamed it in 2020. Tracy Morgan, Danica Patrick in 2018, and Peyton Manning in 2017.
Who won NFL Team of the Year? Philly?
Yeah, the Eagles.
Yeah, that's-
Team of the year.
Okay.
I didn't get to see. I should probably pull up a list of the awards from last night. I did not get to watch the show as we were en route traveling, but
Do they name the Super Bowl champ every year? Because I would have said Washington.
I'm guessing that there have been
You think?
NBA champs who have been named team, or maybe like UConn when they were in the midst of winning all of those titles, they might have been Team of the Year.
Oh, it's just Team of the Year, not NFL Team of the Year.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, because the NFL Team of the Year is the team that wins the Super Bowl. You're right about that, Chew.
I'm just laughing at the prism through which Chewy thinks being, why wouldn't there just be one for the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's the best. Hope it gets here soon.
The NFL, yes, we are really hoping that the NFL starts up very soon. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to. Stick around.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We had an earlier accident eastbound 94 right about at 68th Street, right at the end of the 68th Street on-ramp on the right shoulder. Looks like they may have gotten that one out of the way, but we have another one just a little bit further on the left shoulder. So if you're seeing any bottlenecking, that's why. We're seeing delays coming in from about 92nd Street past that scene, and then again coming out of the Stadium Interchange past 35th. Westbound, everything's looking great. You're looking smooth right out of the Marquette into Waukesha County. Southbound 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. Northbound's heavy from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. Southbound 43, watch for delays from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring, with the northbound side hitting the brakes around Hampton. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, morning sprinkles, then clearing skies, a high of 71. Tonight, mostly clear, cool, low of 60 at the lake, 52 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Gabe Neitzel here to tell you about our friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. Pella Experience Center lets you see, feel, open, close, compare dozens of window and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. It's unbelievable what you can do at the Pella Experience Center, and they've got great options. Not just those customizable options, but great options for every budget as well. Stop by soon, because if you order before July 31st, you get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions do apply. So visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, like I have for my brand new door coming in next month, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. And when you go to Pella, make sure you tell them that Gabe Neitzel sent you.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong wind and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Yes, that would have been much worse than what ended up happening.
Finally got the which would be worse and what would be better. Finally, we figured it out.
You can't just be showing your junk on national TV.
It would have got a lot of clicks.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You know what I say? Happy wife, happy life. That usually means a visit to my guy, Dino the Dancing Machino at the Jewelry Center. Earrings, custom jewelry, and repair services. The Jewelry Center does it all, including top-of-the-line engagement rings. And when that day comes for my 4 boys to take their next step in their lives, you can bet they'll be heading over to the Jewelry Center for their engagement rings. The Jewelry Center offers great deals and selections on both lab-grown and naturally mined diamonds for rings. Plus, you always hear about how Gabe went to the Jewelry Center and had a great experience with the Jewelry Center's specialists to pick out the perfect ring. Stop into one of their 3 locations, Brookfield, Greenfield, or Burlington today. Or check out the full inventory online at shoptjc.com.
So as we have joked about, this time of year can be a little dead in the sports space. Can't wait for the Brewers to get back out on the diamond so we can start talking about them again.
Tomorrow.
Whew. Thank goodness, Joshy. Dodgers, right?
Really? That quick of a turnaround?
No.
Next week? They've got the Dodgers coming up again soon. Thought it was the right out of the break, but it might be next.
I thought I knew who it was, and now you're making me doubt myself. I got to look up the schedule.
All right, you let me know. So the Ocho, you've heard of this, ESPN, the Ocho. This is their time of year. Every year they roll out Oddball Sports. It is the Dodgers?
It is.
Oddball Sports, and then they throw them on television. So, Chew, I got a list here. I think I got an updated list. I think I have a list of at least things that they have done. Mullet championships.
The hell do they do?
I think they grade mullets.
That's a sport? Or does it matter?
I think this is the Ocho. You know, it's more oddball, peripheral.
You ever have a mullet?
What? No.
Girls can have mullets. What would you call Carol Brady's hair?
Okay. Couple of things.
Yes.
I wasn't alive. Certainly not as an adult. You know what I did have, though?
Yeah.
I had a perm. When I was, have I told you guys this story about the perm?
No.
So my mom got me a perm, rollers and everything. They stick them in. They put all the chemicals on. So I've got this curly, little orphan Annie, basically. I look like little orphan Annie, the brunette, not the redhead. And I'll never forget, I'm walking around my parochial school collecting the attendance sheets from each of the classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in 4th grade, okay? And I walk into the 5th grade classroom to grab the attendance sheet. And from the back of the classroom, some kid goes, "Oh my God, look at her hair!"
I love it.
It was traumatizing.
Yeah?
I ran my way back to the office, did not leave the office. And then every day, this is a true story, I would not exaggerate, I brushed the bleep out of that perm. Brush, brush, brush. Brush. My mom was so angry because she had spent so much money on the perm. She thought I looked adorable. I thought I looked hideous.
Well, I had that.
And the 5th grade boys' comments confirmed I was right.
I had the same experience.
What?
Well, not with a perm, but they used to call me fish lips. How do you like me now? No, they did.
Why did they call you fish lips?
I have big lips.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. A little traumatized.
I mean, I'm looking at this photograph over here, and your lips are very supple. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, when I had a smaller head, they probably stood out a little more. But you never had the bowl cut? Joshy bowl cut? Literal
I had
bowl
a bowl cut.
800-990-3776. Tell us your childhood trauma here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Some of the other things that the Ocho will be featuring, corgi races. Races featuring adorable corgis.
Is that a dog?
The little doggies. They have the tiny legs.
Yeah, tiny legs, long, thick bodies. There's something called Coffin Wars.
What?
It is basically an MMA match inside of a coffin with 2 fighters on their knees on either end, and they just, whoever survives the Coffin Wars.
Wow.
Okay. What about a air guitar competition? Kind of like that.
What was the name of the video game?
Oh, Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Did you ever play Guitar Hero?
Of course. Yeah.
Loved
Stairway to Heaven. Nailed it.
Is Stairway to Heaven on Guitar Hero?
I don't know. It was one of those.
I have no idea. So this game has had, it's sort of along the spectrum of bag toss or whatever you want to call it.
Cornhole?
Yes. This is called Bottle Frisbee. And from what I've called that game Frizznock or Beersby, I believe.
Okay.
So there is going to be matches of that game as an extension.
How do you play?
You take a PVC pipe or any type of pole, you put a bottle on top of it, and you throw a frisbee from side to side. You're 20 yards apart, 15 yards apart, and you have to catch the frisbee. But the thrower's goal is to hit it the bottle off the top, and you get points if you get the bottle to drop or the frisbee to drop and touch the ground.
It's kind of like Can Jam.
Is that the same thing? Can Jam?
It is different. Can Jam is, but it's very much the same. The goal is to get the frisbee.
You never heard of Can Jam?
No. How do you play Can Jam?
It's
Same
like
way?
a big tube that you fold together, and there's a little gap in it, and you try to throw the frisbee.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like a
trick shot. Right? Trying to throw it through the hole?
Yeah, but it's a fun game to play in the backyard with beverages. That and the other one. What's the one with the trampoline?
Oh, with the hand, you smack the ball.
The Man Show.
No.
30 new competitions, including unique sports like soap hockey. I assume that will be like playing hockey and it'll be all soaped up. Are you playing with a piece of a bar of soap?
I think the soap is the
puck.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's probably a little oblong there. That's probably part of the entertainment value.
How about slip and slide bowling?
Well, you know they have the slippery stairs. Like that's the most famous one. That's the most popular one every year, right? Where you see the people and they're wearing like basically like neoprene suits and you try to climb the stairs, but they're covered in water and soap. And so of course every time you try to climb the stairs,
Bubblegum blowing championship.
I should enter. I'm very good at blowing bubbles.
What's the best gum for it?
Double bubble.
Double bubble. Hubba bubba. No, hubba bubba.
Is that the kind that comes in the
terrible.
bucket? The bucket that the baseball players use?
That's bazooka.
The kind that comes in the big blocks, and they're like in a.
Oh, you remember those?
Oh yeah.
Oh, those were not good for teeth.
No, great bubbles though.
You guys, we actually have people weighing in with their childhood trauma. Zach in the forward four says, I had a huge head and everyone said they were going to pop my head with a needle. Sorry about that, Zach. Dave in the 920 says, one morning I forgot my lunch. My dad noticed, ran it out to me as I was getting on the bus. The problem was he was wearing a night shirt and cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
That's awesome.
He says, I heard about it for the rest of the year. Hey, we've all been there. My dad drove a mail truck.
To school? That's so great. I would kill for a mail truck.
He drove it everywhere, Chew.
Really?
Everywhere. Yeah. I think the postal department was selling them off for pretty cheap one year, like $150, $200, and he was like, I'm going to get me one of those.
That was my question. Was he a mailman delivering mail, or had he just acquired a mail truck and said, this'll do?
Well, it's obviously the worst one. So,
did it still have logos on it?
No, they had peeled the logos all off, but there were no seats in the back, so he installed some jump seats for us to sit in the back. There were no seat belts. It was highly illegal.
I was going to say, sounds very safe.
Sliding door, because obviously, he always thought it was cool in the summer where you could just keep the doors tapped open.
It's like the ding dong.
You
turned it into a Wrangler.
You got children sitting in the back, bopping around, boing, boing, like Ace Ventura in that opening scene of the second movie.
I think if that happened today, if you did this, you'd be arrested.
1,000,000%.
Yes, they'd say you can't do that.
Small town.
What do you mean?
Whatnot,
it's grandfathered in.
What? Attaching seats randomly to the back seat and strapping your kids in?
There were bungee cords, Chewy. There were bungee cords, okay?
So awesome.
I got a lot of that stuff. It probably explains a lot of the stuff we talk about on the radio here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Any other Ocho games that we should note, Joshy?
There is outhouse races, which I'm trying to figure out. Are you racing from outhouse to outhouse, or are you taking an outhouse and getting it from one point to a finish line?
Ooh. Well, because like a potato sack race would be you're in the potato sack and you're hopping. I can't imagine that you are doing that with the outhouse. I also see that there is a national dodgeball league, which will be participating in the Ocho.
I'd watch that.
That's sort of the origin, because this is a nod to Dodgeball, the movie, and this is sort of how it all started. And then they said, like, well, there's a lot of people doing interesting things, like bike polo, I believe, is listed on here, which is just like
that sounds fun.
Playing soccer on with a bicycle.
Do you have a mallet though? Because polo, you have a mallet.
Yeah.
Do you have a mallet?
I don't think so.
What would Extreme Archery Championship involve?
People.
I was going to say, it
Running.
feels like if we're getting real extreme, we're shooting each other.
Chewy's like Hunger Games. Have you seen Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen?
Maybe it's, there's blunted tips that are not going to pierce you.
What is male boat jumping? That's the only thing I've...
Have you seen this? This is a thing that happens in Wisconsin.
Well, on Lake Geneva.
Yes.
Yes, you have to audition to do the mail. They have a big mail because they still deliver it
on the
via
lake.
Water. Yeah.
So it's basically young teenagers who the boat never stops moving, and they jump off the front end, run to the mailbox, put the mail in, and then run to jump back onto the boat as it continues to putter on by.
I love this idea. I want to mail boat jump. Can someone make that happen?
Imagine Donnie Kneebrace doing that, going in for sure. Going in with a full
He went in when the boat
mail.
wasn't moving. I feel like adding the motion to it is just cause for trouble. All right, we'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on right after this. Stick around.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Gabe Neitzel here. Let me tell you about something that I love that I did for my golf game. That's joined a club, not just any club, the Wisconsin Country Club. Now, I love it because of the great golf course that we have, and it is in spectacular condition this time of year. But I also love our practice facilities, driving range, couple different short game areas, plus the putting green. But maybe you're looking to join a club for some different reasons. How about no assessments, no food and beverage minimums, just the great golf course I was talking about, plus other amenities like pickleball, tennis, and a pool for the kids? You can always find out more. Just go to the website, thewisconsincountryclub.com. The Wisconsin Country Club, just a fairway away.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
You start just listening and reading the tea leaves here. I don't think Watson's going to miss as much time. I would bet he's playing before Halloween.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
He's running, he's cutting, and yes, it's different. I get all of that, but he is highly motivated. He is going to push and push. This isn't going to be one of those, I'm going to wait till I'm 6,000% healthy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is the next phase in my therapeutic work.
Nicole Kidman returns for the Hulu original 9 Perfect Strangers Season 2.
Breathe in, breathe out.
This is safe?
We take you back to a core trauma. Breathe in, breathe out.
She is manipulating us.
Breathe in, breathe out. Why are you resisting?
Is it too late to get a refund? The all-new season of 9 Perfect Strangers is now streaming on Hulu and Disney Plus. New episodes Wednesdays.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm
right-handed,
but
like,
I'm with
yeah.
Gabe here. Yeah, I feel more confident in my left hand here, just cupping right now, other than my other hand cupping.
Mostly because I also.
I get a lot more work on the right hand.
On 94.5 ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is now one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. A holiday or a vacation, they are great, but it's not a long-term solution to stress. Don't forget, therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the workday or any day might bring. They have 30,000 therapists, and BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served more than 5 million people globally. And it works, guys. If you check out their ratings on the App Store, they have a 4.9 out of 5, and 7 million people have weighed in. So you know it is helping people. If you find yourself in a spot where you think you could use a little help, BetterHelp is here. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout, because we're all better with help. Reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talkin' text line. Ryan from Aguanago says, as a kid, I liked fishing, but I didn't like touching the fish. I would bait the hook, though. My friend and his dad learned this and thought it was funny to throw all the fish we caught at me. We were in the boat, and I couldn't go anywhere. I haven't fished or eaten seafood since. I heard the only thing that could cure me is going to a Jake Owens concert tonight.
Hint, hint.
I mean, look, I got to appreciate the effort, you know.
I mean, if I had a boat, yeah.
Bring Ryan from Aguanago.
Yeah.
An outhouse race is what they do at the Kentucky Derby infield. They get on top and run on top of the rows of outhouses. At the Derby, they get pelted by beers thrown from the crowd. That makes a lot more sense, right, Joshy? Running on top of the outhouses?
I mean, given the context, yes. Does it make any sense as a sport?
Wait, hold on, though. John in the MKE says an outhouse race is building an outhouse that has 4 wheels on it, and you have 4 people push the outhouse. Sometimes one person is riding inside the outhouse. I like the other one better.
I'm going to be honest. Because I Googled that, and I think that's what it is. I think
they put wheels on an outhouse?
Yes. It's sort of a bobsled race, but with an outhouse.
Is the outhouse full?
I would envision no.
Okay.
But if they did put water in it with blue dye and it tipped over, that would be funny.
I don't think there's anything more disgusting than an outhouse.
You won't use a porta potty?
I ain't sitting down.
Well, okay, but if you stand, what's the difference?
Smell.
Well, yes, that's so you'd rather just take a bush wee?
The visual.
Wildy and Tasha's next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
Northbound 894, we have an accident. It's at